Okay, I've been busy doing other things, but cut a patch panel into where my foot is, right here. That had a bunch of holes through it, rust holes. And this is the original hood. I cut out the I don't know what you call it, the ram air scoop area, because this hood is all rotted inside. It's rotted down there. You probably can't see it. It's rotted here. Just a lot of rot in this door. But I had another door, and there's rot here. So I had another door, another hood that came off of that car right there. So here's this piece getting fitted in. That's the piece I cut off. It's in the right location. Then I had to cut some of this bracing. This is the way it looks. Should look like this piece, and that brace came out of the other hood. Just cleaned it up. Sanded down some of the rust, the light rust. This had to have it was rusted here. This is like a drain hole. You can see the other side. Gonna have to drill a hole back in there. So any water that gets in the hood when you supposedly will come out through here. I guess if you're gassing it, water is going to go towards the back, and this is the back. So I still got some more welding, but I got other things I'm doing around the yard. And then I got the I found another exhaust manifold. Turn the light on. They're different, but they fit. If you notice the side view, let's see if I can zoom back out as far as I can get, but they're a little different thickness here. I fill it with water to see how much volume difference there was. It's 3/4 of a cup. I don't think that'll matter. Hold like 4.5 cups or something like that. I did it a couple days ago. But right now, working on the yard. This is about 6 hours later. I was outside working. Here's a view from the top. This is the piece I cut in, or we cut in. This little piece right here, about that far back. So this hood's in good shape. That's why I used it. About 8 o'clock, and I was telling Joe it would be nice if we had a vibrator to clean bolts, like in sand, like a tumbler. So he's got this old rim off a brake drum off a big truck. And that red thing's off a pancake compressor. There's a motor up above. And somehow he's gonna make this, or it's gonna vibrate like crazy. We're gonna fill it with sand and see if it'll clean old bolts and stuff like that. So he stayed down here working while I went upstairs and fell asleep. So anyway, this is it before. So there's the pancake compressor. There's the top he cut off. It's upside down. The motor, parts, air regulator. Let's see what he comes up with. That's cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's it. So it's about, I don't know, an hour later. So it's upside down right now. There's the brake drum on top, the compressor, the pancake compressor. There's the lid. So now we're gonna cut this old drive shaft that came off of this blue car to make a post to go onto that red cap to mount to that piece, the bottom of that pancake, to weld to that plate.
I'm just going to weld it to the
Right.
bottom there and then to that.
And then you're gonna weld it to this plate. So basically, this drive shaft's gonna be in between here and the pancake compressor. According to Joe, oh, I don't know if I showed. And right here, where my toe is, that's the sidewall of a rubber tire. Joe says that's what you need to make it bounce around. We'll find out when it's all done. There's no way he's gonna finish it today. So
Where did the screws go?
that's it. And every time we do anything, or you end up, no matter how much space you have on your desk or whatever you want, like a bench, it gets filled.
I'm missing some screws.
Kind of screws.
Tiny ones.
I haven't seen them. They're probably right in front of you. They're under something. Okay, I'm standing outside and I'm not looking at that. He's welding that drive shaft, 4-inch piece of drive shaft to the bottom of that plate that I was explaining a second ago. And now I'm going up for the night. Yeah, this is off subject again, but when I got this here, let me see if it's still in view. Back out of here. When I got this one here, there were studs that were broken off down inside. So I was thinking, how do I get those out? Well, we've all tried it, and it's a real pain in the ass because you can't. You're trying to hit the center to drill it out, but here's what I came up with. So get a bolt that fits. If you got some thread, if you can start a bolt that much, get a short bolt, drill a hole, flip it over, put it in your vise, and drill a hole from the bottom. Start with the small hole, and drill it as straight as you can. Then bolt it in. Go all the way down till you hit your bolt. Well, I already drilled it out, but you go down to now you're on dead center of that bolt. Then just drill it. Just keep stepping up. Start with a smaller hole and go a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. So you can see, this one wasn't perfect, but I drilled here, but when I ended up on this end, I ended up way over here. But it didn't matter. I mean, it'd be better if it was perfect, but the end I care about was right there, because I only had to get about that much out. So, and then I don't know if this is the right bit, but then get a, I was doing something else, but then get a bolt that'll fit inside the threads. It'll fit inside the threads. Don't drill the threads out. So once you step up your sizes and you're getting close, then get one that'll fit right in and drill it out. And as your tap is going in, it'll clean out these threads, and since the taps are tapered, it'll start cleaning out the bolt. I mean, I did it, all three, it worked really good. But that's the key. And so let's say you have a broken off stud, then get a nut, see if you can start a nut, then put the bolt on the end of the nut. Same thing. I mean, there's other ways to do it. Easy outs never worked for me, but this worked really good. And just make sure your drill bits are sharp. Make sure the edges are sharp, because that's what's cutting for something like this. You don't need necessarily to have your point perfect, because you already have a smaller hole down in there. So you just need the edges to be sharp, the cutting edges. So rotating this way, that leading edge, that leading edge. Again, everybody doesn't know how to sharpen drill bits. Just get your grinder at like a 45 and just kind of turn it. Turn it. I mean, you want to get the right angle. I mean, right here I can see that that's the right angle. Let me see. No, that's right. Just like I said, just put in the grinder and turn it. A fine grinder. Anyway, it worked for me because I already had this one over here, but I didn't have this one. As I was saying, they're a little bit different, but the ports are the same. That's what matters. Now maybe they're supposed to be different in volume. I mean, in size. I don't know, because I don't know. This one says right hand. And this one just says GM3. I cannot find where this came from. Also, this one was pretty bad. So I just drilled it all the way through because I had room. You can see that. This one I drilled all the way through. So now it's kind of loose at the top, but I got plenty of thread down there deep. Plenty. So I just thought I'd toss that in. And then this thing that we were making last night, or he was making last night. Let me go over close. Then I gotta mow the lawn again. Once a week I gotta mow it. See, you left a note on me. It says, can't read it through the viewfinder. Let me go, I guess you can read it, but I'm gonna read it. I need to mount the motor directly to the little rubber pieces. Lasted about 2 minutes and then the vibration was reduced. So he mounted these rubber pieces to the rim And it bounces, but not good enough. The motor is what shakes because it's got an offset cam. So somehow he's got to mount. He's got to put these on the motor or something like that. Anyway, that's more his thing. But I know him; he won't give up. So the idea is that we just, instead of sandblasting everything, you just come over and drop bolts in here like the ones you buy. You can buy them at Harbor Freight for about 160 bucks. And just walk away. We'll refine it. I don't know if it'll be in this video, but once it gets working. Again, you know, he likes to make stuff from nothing. And I do too. I just don't have as much, well, I'm not going to say I have as much, I don't have as much energy anymore. Now that I'm getting old. But anyway, that's the idea. So the drum was free. The compressor I wasn't using. It's an old compressor. You can get them at Harbor Freight for like 80 bucks, I think, or used to be able to. So everything there is just stuff I had laying around. And in the background is the drive shaft, oval drive shaft that I showed. Cut a piece off of there. Anyway, I'm gonna mow the lawn. Takes 2 hours.